And tell us what is your beauty purpose.
For sure. I'm Saroop Roshi from Malaysia, representing the beautiful Malaysia, truly Asia. And yes, my beauty with a purpose is mental health education for children. This is a purpose that I've started 7 years ago, to be honest. And I've been working every single day for this purpose. I live for this purpose. I study psychology for this purpose as well. Yes, I'm a psychology graduate. So what I do with my purpose here is that I have been advocating for mental health issues and also suicide prevention in Malaysia. So for the past few years, since 2019, to be honest, I've been advocating and also instilling education in Malaysia for mental health, because I believe that mental health education is very important. In our traditional education system, we barely see mental health education being taught, right? And for me as well, I've not really experienced in school that nobody taught us mental health education. And based on my personal experience, I've learned to know that mental health is something that we need to only tackle it when you know better. You know, when you have the education, when you know the knowledge about it, then you know how to find the solution, then you know how to navigate. Mental health struggles is something that's happening around the world. You know, there are 720,000 suicide cases reported annually. And that in itself shows us how serious this issue is. And I always believe that one way we can tackle any issue is through education. Providing children with the skills when they are young. So this is what I've been doing in Malaysia. So what I do is that I go to marginalized communities. I meet teenage girls who are experiencing poverty, abuse, who have had attempted suicide. I teach them that there are ways to handle life. There are ways to navigate through challenges. There are ways for solutions. All you got to do is learn more. All you got to do is instill hope in them. And that's what I've been doing. I have my own emotional intelligence booklet that I've developed as part of my mental health curriculum that I teach. And yes, I've impacted over 2,500 individuals in Malaysia. And I'm super happy to bring this purpose here at Miss World so that I can show to the world that there is a solution that we can actually practice.
You seem very focused about your purpose.
Yes.
But, how did psychology graduate come to Miss World?
Right, yeah. So like I mentioned, right, my purpose brought me here. Honestly, I started off my mental health project way before I even dreamt of being Miss World Malaysia. It's never in the plan, to be honest, to be a Miss World Malaysia, because I was so focused on making sure that nobody ever feel the way I felt. Because when I lost my father, when I was 18 years old, my life changed. I went into depressive state. I had depressive symptoms. And that made me realize that in my life at that time, there was no hope to live, you know. But however, I've learned that through education, through understanding what's going on with my mind, that I can actually find a solution. And then I realized the importance of education, and I funded my education for psychology to make sure that I know more so that I can help people more. Because it was important for me to make sure that I know better, to make sure then I can instill that in other people as well. So that's how I started my psychology graduate. And then right after that, while I was doing my degree, I also was volunteering at marginalized community, and that's when I saw teenage girls who are from very unfortunate backgrounds, I would say. They've been abused by their parents, by their family members. They are going through poverty. And I see that they are struggling every single day to even just live, and they have dropped out of school. And that's when I realized this is a bigger problem than just, you know, people like me. It's something that children are facing. Nobody ever talk about that, right? Children are going through mental health challenge. And a lot of people don't take children seriously, but they are also human. And we need to acknowledge them that they need to be educated. And I learned that when you know better, you do better, right? So ever since young, when you teach them the skill sets, when you tell them that, hey, there is a reality beyond this, you know, life challenges are going to happen, but that's not going to stop you from achieving your goals. You know, you have to go forward.
I love your focus on the purpose. So beyond Miss World, you know,
yes.
whether you win or not, how are you taking this purpose forward? Are you
Yes.
going to practice?
Yes. So.
What is your goal?
Yes, so I do want to pursue my a master's degree in clinical psychology so that I'm able to open mental health clinic one day. And I hope that with this, I'm able to also expand my purpose throughout the world, because like I mentioned earlier, this is not just a problem in Malaysia, but around the world, honestly. And I hope with that exposure, I'll be able to do so, you know, collaborate with different countries, collaborate with different continents. And I know that this is the right place to be, and that's why I'm here at Miss World. When you ask me why I'm here at Miss World, this is is why I'm here with Miss World, because of my purpose, you know, and you rightfully say I'm very focused and I hope to bring this to the world.
So I just wanted to ask a personal question. You said that your father passed away.
Yes.
It drove you to that brink, but then you came out of it. How did you come out of it?
Right. To be honest, I was in that very depressive state for about a year. It was an easy journey. It wasn't like a blink of eye, everything changed. No, it took me a long time to actually grieve because, you know, here's the thing. When someone close to you passed away and a parent passed away who is super close to you, your life changes, right? You have to go through the grief. There are stages of grief. Now that I'm a psychology graduate, I understand that. At that moment, I wasn't. So I couldn't understand what was going on. And that's why probably I was in that depressive state. And that's when I learned that, you know, when you know better, you do better, right? So after being able to really giving myself some time to relax and to just go with what life is offering, you know, I think that really helped. Yes.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
wish you all the best.
Thank you so
But I
much.
just